Okay. Ndewo. How much like? What is the time? Okay. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning to some of you, according to your location on the face of this planet Earth. We welcome you all to our today's live broadcast, right here from our homeland radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. I remain the fearless IPB evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Nigerian. Nigerian is a local government in Ojiriba province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, and he is still incarcerated in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained after being discharged by the Appeal Court of Nigeria on the 13th of October 2022. Nigerian government held Nnamdi Kanu since then till now illegally. And that is why we are here to continue exposing them before the world, because we will never relent. We are not even dreaming to do so. And we will continue to push until we get justice. What do IPOB actually need? IPOB needs referendum. And that is where we stand. Our fathers, those that are living today, not those that died, we have asked them, how did this Nigeria started? Why is it that always you beg in this your Nigeria, you keep begging? You have never demanded for anything in Nigeria with authority as a citizen. And none of them was able to be bold enough to respond to us or give us any meaning or reason why they are in a combined business with Fulani, as they called them Hausa before, though there is Hausa anywhere, Yoruba and the people from the east. This very combined business you are into for 100 and something years now. We are asking you now, you are telling us stories which shows that none of you was notified before the amalgamation. And that is why we, IPOB, after checking everything, we calculated, we do everything, we now realize that we can never force our people out of Nigeria, and we can never continue to be Nigerians without doing something. And that is to say, we can never force our people into Biafra, but we can never continue to be Nigeria silently, while we have experienced Nigeria for 100 years. It is impossible. And that is why we call for referendum, because some of our people, they might like Nigeria, but as it stands, we don't want Nigeria. We don't want to be Nigeria, because there are people they deceived by making them kings over us, now sponsoring them through them to oppress us. And that is why we cannot come up and say we declare Biafra. No. What IPOB did is that we will create awareness to inform the world. Then and tell them that what our father saw and dragged Nigerian government to Ghana for peace accord, which was presided over by General Hankara of Ghana, that we are seeing those things more than 10 times. So the world is aware. Nigeria refused to respond positively, but they came negatively by excessive force on IPOB peaceful protesters. They have killed thousands of IPOB family members. They have abducted us. They have done so many things just because we call for referendum. We said that our people will decide if they will continue with Nigeria because we are witnessing Fulani herdsmen raping our mothers. We are witnessing taking cows into our farmlands, destroying it. We are witnessing imposing DPO from the north on us to intimidate us. We are witnessing checking points all over our land. We are witnessing compromise of our politicians and they are submissive to the caliphate. We are witnessing denial of federal government presence in our land. We are witnessing absence of international presence in our land. We cannot see the headquarters of Shell. We can never see the headquarters of Mobile. We can never see the headquarters of Isong. We cannot see the headquarters of Ajib. We can never see the headquarters of Chevron. We don't see the headquarters of Tesaco. We don't see the headquarters of AP. We don't see the headquarters of ELF in our land. All the companies that was here, they have moved all of them. We have sea, we have ocean, but we don't have seaport. There is no embassy in our land. And that is why every business we are into, they will try to tackle it, and that's why we call for referendum. We cannot say that our people must be Biafra. No, we said, okay, let us decide in the ballot box. People that believe in Nigeria will vote that they want to remain in Nigeria. We that believe in Biafra will vote for Biafra. And at the end, if eventually those that believe in Nigeria gave out the percentage needed, then we all continue with Nigeria. But if the people that want to be Biafra gave out the percentage needed, then we become Biafra. This is what we say. And this very Biafra will not be against Hausa, it will not be against Fulani, it will not be against both Benue. This Biafra will not be against Yoruba. This Biafra will not be against any country. This Biafra will not be against any individual or anybody, any tribe. This Biafra is for everybody. And we cannot say that because some people don't want us to leave Nigeria, then we will now be submissive to our death. No, it is either we get Biafra or we all die. It is better than to be submissive to something that nobody has given us account of. No elder has given us account of Nigeria. Nobody has told us about Nigeria. We are just suffering in Nigeria. We have asked them, can somebody explain us? Cannot somebody tell us the gain? Can somebody channel us to the right channel of Nigeria? Nobody can channel us because we have already tried to make Nigeria, but it didn't work. And we come back to them and said, why did you fix us there? And our father said, we wasn't aware when Nigeria was made, but we want to remain here. That is coward. We are Biafrans and we have rose up, and this generation we have come up. We cannot be cowardice like our fathers because they put us into this mess, and some rose up 67 to 70 to stop it. Some of them, some few people also work with Nigerian government, and at the end, they could be able to secure flag, they secure boundary for us, and today, that is where we stand. We believe in that flag, we believe in that boundary, and that is who we are. We are not counting anybody into Nigeria, into Biafra. What we ask is that we want referendum. We want to vote. If we don't want seaport in our land, it will end up in referendum. If we want Fulani herdsmen to be raping our mothers in the farmland, it will end up in referendum. We want somebody from Katsina to be DPO and DCO of a police headquarters in my community. It lies in referendum. We will decide this on referendum. That we will, if we want to barb our hair in this combined business, that we are even the owner of the oil, then we will first of all go and kneel down for Fulani before we buy razor blade to barb our hair or even to cut our nails. Then it will end in referendum. Either we say yes, we want it, we want multiple checking points, we want Boko Haram to be recruited into the army in a country where we belong to. It left for us to vote yes in referendum that we want Fulani herdsmen to be killing people without trial. It is left for us to vote yes in referendum that we want our goods to be landed in Lagos while we have seas in our land. It is left for us in referendum. But for somebody to say that through envy, through conspiracy of Yoruba, the Northerners, then that their envy against this part of the world they call Eastern Nigeria, which we know that is Biafra. But when they want to oppress us, they will use the name Igbo, because they use that name so that they will divide us. Then I come to my point that this is the conspiracy of the Yoruba people with the Northerners to be killing us, to be forcing us into Nigeria. Anything that happened to Igbo, to Biafrans, which they use the language Igbo, it is good. Anything, if they demolish Igbo property, let us use the language they are using, but we know they are referring to Biafrans. If they demolish Igbo property, it is good. It is accepted by Nigerians. If Nigeria protested NSAS and Nigerian government charged Nnamdi Kanu for NSAS, it is accepted because he is from the East. If people from the East go to vote in Lagos, if they stop them and even kill them and even destroy their things and stop them from voting, it is accepted by Nigerians. If the brother was killed by the Northerners that believe in their religion, in their Muslim can kill the brother, and Igbo markets was burnt, it is accepted by Nigerians that actually make up Nigeria. Any Nigeria without hatred on Igbo, any Nigeria without destroying Igbo property. Remember the Igbo they use is Biafrans. Just to make somebody from Urobo, somebody from the Ibibio, somebody from Isoko, somebody from Izong, somebody from Igala, somebody from Idoma, somebody from Igede, somebody from what is it called? Igbo, or some other parts, to feel that they are not the Igbo they are torturing. They will use the language Igbo. But all of them are involved. All of them are included. Even as they stop a Yoruba man who from voting in Lagos, saying that he resembles Igbo. Imagine somebody from Ibibio. Imagine what they will do to Isong man. Imagine what they will do to Igala man. Imagine what they will do to the main Igbo man. Imagine what they will do to Isong is the Jonah. Imagine what they will do to Yoruba man. When they see a Yoruba man, they misidentity. They say he resembles Igbo. Then, if a Yoruba man can be stopped by resembling Igbo, they stop him from voting. What will happen to Ibubio man? What will happen to Igede man? What will happen to Isom man? Don't worry. That is the battle. Follow this line. That is what we are saying. We are going somewhere, right? Unless you have AK-47, you can start to war wherever you are. Then we continue. if you start this message, you know where we are going. Those that are listening must know where we are going. There is a place we are going. Just calculate how we are moving. Because anything that happens to anybody from the East is accepted. By a Yoruba man, is accepted. By a Fulani man, it is accepted. It is righteous. To destroy Igbo property is righteous in Nigeria. To stop Igbo, you know the Igbo they are using, they are including a Ghana, they are including a John, everybody. I know why I'm using the language. That is the one they will understand. And I put the Igbo because we know we are Biafrans, we are Easterners. But let us manage that. That one they knew. That one they always pose. If they want to deal with the BPO man, they will use Igbo. So that the other BPO people will be confused. They will say, hey, we are not among, but you are included. So let us use that Igbo they use. Anything, if they seize Igbo property, goods, container, it is righteousness. Any custom, Nigerian custom, that sees goods, container of an Igbo man, you are a righteous man. Any policeman or army man that kill an Igbo man, I mean somebody from the East, is Igbo. Whether you are Igbo or anything, anybody you are Igbo. So if a policeman or Nigerian army kill anybody from this part of the world, you are righteous. That's how Nigeria was created. Righteousness is when Igbo man is crying. Righteousness in Nigeria is when somebody from the East is crying. Righteousness is when property of somebody from the East is being demolished. That is when you know that Yoruba man have met God. Any Yoruba man, before you know that Yoruba is righteous, is when they stop people from the East from voting. That is righteousness in the land of Yoruba. To demolish Igbo property in Yoruba man land, it is righteousness. It is righteousness. God approved it. God approved it. To destroy Igbo house in Lagos or any part of Yoruba, it is accepted by God of Yoruba, Yoruba God. It accepted it. The God of Nigeria accepted it, that Igbo property must be demolished. It is very well approved by the God of Nigeria. Are you aware that as far as you don't have, as far as Igbo man is crying, when I say Igbo, remember that a job is included. Remember that a BPO, that is Ibomba. Ibomba. Igbo that lives in another town, that is the BPO. Remember they are included. So when I am using the language Igbo, you know that it is a language they use to separate you. So that you feel, hey, I am not among the attack on Igbo. Hey, I am a John. Thank God they are attacking Igbo. That's the language they pose. So that you will accept it. You will accept the cry, even when your brother is crying. But when you see them, a Yoruba man fall victim in Lagos because he resembles Igbo, they stop him from voting. So how about you that say you are Igbo, you are not Igbo? What about you that you are a Ghana? So if they can stop a Yoruba man because he resembles Igbo, what will they do to you? And that is why they present Igbo. Do you understand? As their point. This is where we are heading to. We know why we are bringing it to them. And before we go forward, we must appreciate our Creator, who have gathered us at this point, who have blessed our understanding. For standing Nigeria without God, we don't have gun. We know they hate us. We don't have weapon. But we must give him glory for using us to expose Nigeria. That's what we expect. That's what we ask him from. We ask God to do for us. And he will finish this very battle. Nigeria has been exposed. They try to cover it. It cannot be covered. I am in Biafra land. Narekele na rotuto na rojama na nabulelo na nechisi ibu chibu. Ina di rebi ebi odo yirigi. Imela wenyanya IPOB. Imela wenyanya Nnamdi Kanu. Imela wenyanya ESN. Imela we kpote ndị anyị n'ụra. Imela wenyanya agụrụ obi nwere onwe. Imela na nchekwa ị na-echekwa anyị. Ibuchi. Ị na-adị ruo ebi ebi. Nara ekele nara otuto n'aha gị chi ukwu okike abịa amara pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. He said, thank you. Let us continue. What are we saying? That Nigerian citizens are the people that is, excuse me, go ahead, Ian. I'm back. I'm back. Do you understand? Now, what am I saying? What I am saying is that Nigerian citizens are the people that are helping their government, sponsoring their government to suffer them. Because they have accepted it by posing their hatred on the people from the East, thinking that as their government is helping them, or government giving them orientation how to hate people from the East, they now see it as success. That is why the government use that very avenue to be torturing them, because their government has seen them as people that loves evil. So they ended up making sure that they witness the evil that they sponsor on the people from the East. Nigerian youth started NSAS in Ueli. It ended up in Lagos. But the first 5 and the 7 amended count charges against Nnamdi Kanu by federal government, NSAS was added there. Did you see Nigerian youth gather and protested against that wrong charge? The answer is no. Do you see how they sponsor evil against themselves? Do you see why Nigeria can never get justice? Do you see why Nigerian citizens will continue to suffer? Do you see why Nigerian citizens will never see good? What we expected from Nigerian citizens is that they are supposed to go to the Ministry of Justice, Abuja, in a protest and confront them and said, NSAS was carried on by Nigerian youths. How come you are charging Nnamdi Kanu for NSAS? How come you are posing such charge that say that Nnamdi Kanu incited members of the public to destroy government transport company and government properties in Lagos? What actually is that? Is that not NSAS? Why did the Nigerian youth supported it? Now, why did Nnamdi Kanu say that Buhari is dead? Nigerian youth was against him. Nigerian citizens was against him, saying that it's because he's in abroad. When Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and was brought back to Nigeria, we expected Nigerian citizens, when they saw the first 5 amended count charges against Nnamdi Kanu, the second 7 amended count charges, I'm not even to the 15 amended count charges, right? Now, when they saw these charges against Nnamdi Kanu, they did not see where they mentioned that Nnamdi Kanu said that Buhari is dead. When Nigerian citizens did not see it, did they go to the Ministry of Justice and protest? No. When they read those charges, they did not see that Buhari raped Aisha at the age of 9 years, molested Aisha at the age of 9 years, and raped Aisha at the age of 13 years. What did Nigerian youth do? They were quiet because they are hypocrites. They love evil. As far as the evil is being meted against the people from the East, which they always use Igbo. If they use Igbo, it is righteousness that Nnamdi Kanu said everything he is supposed to say. Why is it that Nigerian youth was there, Nigerian citizen was there, when rock charge was prepared against Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu said that whenever Muslims gather in Nigeria, that a Fulani boy must lead in prayer. We expected this thing in the charges against Nnamdi Kanu. We expected the raping of Aisha by Buhari at the age of 13 years in the charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Did the Nigerian youth demand for it? No. When they saw that Nnamdi Kanu is terrorist, they charged him terrorist, they were clapping. That is to say, they love evil. As far as the evil is against people from the east, it is righteousness. Even if they committed it, it is righteousness. I am in Biafra land, Mama. In case you don't know, I am here. I am fearless IPOB evangelist. Search on your Google, search anywhere you are searching on your internet. Search for fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Maduabuchi. After that one, you search again. Fearless IPOB evangelist in IPOB evangelism in Biafra land. That one is over. You search again. Fearless IPOB evangelist in a grassroots evangelism in Biafra land. That one is over. You search again. Fearless IPOB evangelist preaching Biafra during a football match. That one is different. You will see those one. You preach. You will write again. Fearless IPOB evangelist Mazi Maduabuchi preaching Biafra in a market. That one is different. You search again. It is multiple now. Or you search again. IPOB awareness campaign of Free Nnamdi Kanu. You will see now. It is different by different. Anyone you search, you see this one. So I am here. And our people that are in abroad, they are not cowards. Right? So that is the mistake people do. When somebody is in abroad challenging evil, they will say, hey, come back, come back. But you never condemn your government that pushed them to be out of here. You will never condemn them. I am still mentioning what your government did to them. Nnamdi Kanu was discharged. Nigerian government did not free him. How do you expect somebody in abroad to return? When the government is evil and the citizens sponsor them, the citizen does not condemn evil. When a container of Igbo man is seized, the citizens of Yoruba and Hausa North, they will clap. When IPOB member is killed, they will clap. When Nigerian army invade our land, they will clap. That is to say, our people that are in abroad, they are not cowards. Because they have covered gaps that was leaking when they were killing us here 67 to 70. Ojukwu it wasn't easy for him to approach governments in the world. But today, our people that our God shifted to abroad through the sufferings that Nigeria posed on them, then they are in different parts of the world. Today, they can present our matters before any table of a government in the world. That is what we have achieved through that suffering Nigeria posed on us, because we can never lose. What we are now saying is that, why is it that Nigerian citizens love evil against the people of Biafra, the people from the east? Because they knew that their survival is from our land. Why is Nigeria so heartless, so evil? Why? Why? If Nigeria is one, why is it that rail line was removed from that part of the world, the east? Yoruba did not protest. The Northerners did not protest. Because it happened in Igbo. Do you understand? Now you understand why they use the language Igbo. To make Ibibio man to feel that they are not suffering him. To make a German to feel, hey, he's not among the hatred on Igbo. Now you ask a German, if you enter train from Bayelsa to go to the north, which place will it follow? It will still follow Enugu. Then, is there any rail line in Enugu? No. Can you operate? No. Now you know why they use the name Igbo. Don't you know you are involved? Okay. Can you show me a headquarters of Shell in Bayelsa or Rivers or Delta, Akwa Ibom or Cross River? Can you show me? No. But they use the language Igbo to deceive you. Can you show me the headquarters of Isom, the headquarters of Mobi, the headquarters of Achi, the headquarters of Chevron, the headquarters of Tesaco, the headquarters of F, the headquarters of AP? In this place they call South South, show me their headquarters. Their headquarters are in Lagos. and in Abuja and Kanu. But when they want to deal with us, they use Igbo. So you see yourself as if you are not involved. Do you understand? But are you involved now? Do you have seaport? The answer is no. Do you understand? Do you have an MTN headquarters, Glow headquarters, Airtel headquarters, a Salad? They are in Abuja. Do you have any? No. So why is it that you think that they are suffering evil? Are you not involved? I ask you. So PZ is in Bayelsa now. I ask you now, is PZ in Bayelsa? No, it's not in Bayelsa. Is it in Warri? No. And so why do you always accept the word if they use Igbo? You think you are not involved. Are you not involved? Or you enter train from Calabar to Kaduna. Enter train now. They have uprooted your rail line. Now you understand. Now you get where they are going. Let us return back to Nigerians. You know, this program will be very short. I want to draw some attention here. I asked them, why do you accept evil against the people from the East? Then where is your one Nigeria? If you pray for, you want one Nigeria, why is it that court discharging Nnamdi you keep silent? Is it not the duty of Nigerian citizens to protest? Is it only the duty of IPOB? I ask you. Then, do you see why you can never get good? Do you see why your election was rigged? Do you see why your PVC become useless? Because any wickedness Nigerian government posts on the people from the East, you accept it. And you think it will not reflect on you. Don't you know that if you want to revolt, they will tell you no. You know, Igbos, they want freedom. Cool down. Cool down. Do you see why they use it as an instrument? Do you see why they manage it well to suffer you? Do you understand? When they build that very mindset of hating Igbo, if they build it in you, when you accepted it, immediately you accepted it, that Igbo is your problem, now they will reverse it back on you. If they wicked you, if they kill you in NSAS, if you want to retaliate, if you want to revolt, they will tell you, you know, these people are fighting for Biafra. So you should go down. You should go down. Let us make our one Nigeria. If you do not now, you are supporting them. Do you see how they cage you? Do you see how they cage you? They first of all make you not to be accepting truth. They first of all make you as a Nigerian citizen to hate anything about people from the East. Thereby, using that strategy to build their foundation on Facebook, continue to attack the program, to build their foundation on having a good ground to torture you as a citizen of Nigeria. And they knew that the Igbo are the people that will rise up and you follow them to go against the government. So what they first do is to conspire all of you together against the people from the East, which they use the language Igbo. So they brought Yoruba, they brought Hausa, they brought Fulani, they brought all of you. They lied against Igbo. They now tell you to channel your hatred on Igbo. Immediately you channel your hatred on Igbo, now they will turn back and start suffering you. When they suffer you, if you want to rise up, they know that as far as Igbo is not among you, as far as Igbo cannot join you in the rising up, that it will not work. Now you understand. Now you understand that as far as if Yoruba or not, or Fulani, anybody that want to go against the government, as far as the people from the East is not involved, it will never work. Do you see how government deal with you? Now, do you see how you turn against yourself? Your hatred on Igbo is against you. Are you aware? Now you understand. Now, you voted for Peter B. Do they give him the president? No. Because, first of all, they have built your mind to hate Igbo. Do you understand? And they knew that if they rig the election of Peter B, if they rig it, then that you will only talk for a few days. Small time, they will come back to your place and bring in ethnicity. And you remember that he's an Igbo man. Because it will only last 3, 4, 5 months. Small time, they will tell you, now this person you are fighting, do you know he's an Igbo man? And you will now go back to the initial, the main image of Igbo man in your memory, which Nigerian government store in your memory. You will now leave it. Now you see why Yoruba people supported Tinubu. Because the image of hating Igbo is there already. Do you see why they built you to use you against yourself? Had it been Nigerian youth that this government have not used you against yourself in the name of hating Igbo, do you know that Tinubu would have not been president? Do you know? But because Nnamdi Kanu said it, and he's an Igbo man, so you will not accept it. So whatever Igbo man say, it is to divide Nigeria. Now I ask you, did I not give Nigerian youth or citizens not less than 4 or 5 broadcasts, reminding them that they are in a position to stop anybody from voting, from contesting, or they are in a position to destroy the foundation of the cabal, and that they are also in a position to make anybody they want to be president. How? By picking up the exposition of Mazi Maduabuchi, or exposition of Buhari by Mazi Maduabuchi, and use it to confront the government that want to conduct election for them. How do they do it? They have to go to the government of Buhari and say, Nnamdi Kanu is now in Nigeria. Why can't you challenge Nnamdi Kanu, who insulted our president? President, we love you. We don't want you to hand over with that image. We don't want you to conduct election with that image. Now Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. Why can't you go and prove Nnamdi Kanu wrong? That our president is not dead. Why can't you go? This was what we expected from Nigerian youth. Because if they tell the president to prove that he's alive, now Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, they are in a very positive position. They are not against anybody. Rather, they are there only to claim the image of Nigeria. If Nigerian citizens are truthful to themselves, if not that their hatred against the people from the East have grandchildren, why did they not pick the exposition of Buhari by Nnamdi Kanu? Why did they choose PVC instead of using reality? Why did they choose PVC? Why is it that they didn't challenge Buhari to prove that he's alive? Even before the presence of National Assembly, you can take in Nnamdi Kanu or you can bring any witness. Nnamdi Kanu will bring his delegates. IPOB will send delegates. People from the East will send delegates. Yoruba people will send delegates. Northerners will send delegates. Now, Nnamdi Kanu will prove to Buhari or to those delegates how Buhari died. And Buhari will prove how he's alive. That's what we expected. And with this, all of the cabal, Tinubu will run away, everybody will run away, because they are the people that recruited impostors. But because Nnamdi Kanu was the one who exposed Buhari, you welcomed it. But you were against Nnamdi Kanu when he was abroad, to show that all of you Nigerian citizens are hypocrites. You are the one doing to you. You are the person supporting government to oppress you. I don't want anybody to complain about oppression in Nigeria. Nobody is oppressing any Nigerian citizen. Nigerian citizens are the people oppressing themselves. Yes, Nigeria is an Islamic country. Do you know that Nigerian citizens are the people suffering themselves? Only because they use their brain to build a very rubbish motive of hating Igbo. Everything they must hate Igbo. Everything they must hate Igbo. Had you challenged Buhari government or Buhari, the person they say they are Buhari, to prove that he's alive, do you think that Tinubu will be there? Do you think that somebody will rig your vote? Do you think that they said Buhari will not run away? Do you think they will kill all of you? But because Nnamdi Kanu said it. Now, do you see how you created express road for Tinubu? Then why were you against Tinubu? when you know that Tinubu used your weapon to get president. Tinubu, the same thing Nnamdi Kanu presented to you, Nigerian youth, to make use of, is what you abandon, and Tinubu used it to threaten the Kabas, threaten the British, and he become president. Tinubu threatened them that he will leak the secret of the death of Buhari. This is what we expected Nigerian youth to do, that the Buhari must prove that he's alive. But because they are wicked, any wickedness against Igbo is righteousness in Nigeria. Any wickedness against anybody from the Eastern is righteousness in Nigeria. Hence you wicked a Biafran. Hence you wicked anybody from the East. If you are a Yoruba man, you are free to wicked a Biafran. You are free, Sanwo-Olu, anybody. Anybody is free to kill an Igbo man. You are free to demolish their shop. You are free to demolish their property. Any custom is free to seize any goods owned by anybody from the East. You are free because it is righteousness in Nigeria. Any policeman, you can nozzle up, you can set your nozzle on any Igbo man you kill. Army, you are free to kill Igbo man. When you hear Igbo, remember Ibibio is involved, Ijo is involved. They use the name Igbo to, at least, to even deceive them that they are not a monk, that they don't hate them, that they hate Igbo only, that they don't hate Igbo, Ijo or Ibibio. That's what they mean by using Igbo. But you ask him, please, do you have seaport? No. But you say they presented Igbo to you, right? Do you have any foreign presence in your land? No. You have only thieves. Thieves that come to steal your oil. The foreign presence we need in your land is headquarters of the multinational oil companies that they moved to Lagos, moved to Abuja. It's supposed to be in your land. Why didn't you ask question? Why is it that there is no single embassy in your land? So our land cannot accommodate nobody. We are not. Our land is not good to give somebody visa in our land. You know, UK embassy cannot be in our land now. No country embassy can be in our land. You know, we don't have a land that at least they can lay a structure, you know, or even rent a house, because our land is a land of Biafra. So hatred on our people is legalized in Nigeria. This is why we have been patient. This is why we are peacefully agitating. Not that we cannot do something else, but there is time for that. We know that this time shall come when Nigerian citizens will be moved, so that they themselves will be suffering, as far as Igbos will be suffering. Then Nigerian youth accepted any suffering. Nigerian citizens accept any suffering, as far as Igbos will be suffering more than them. They are okay. If you demolish Igbo property, why is it that Yoruba did not protest? If this is one Nigeria. If demolition, wrong demolition, we know that there are illegal structures. In Biafra land, we demolish. Government demolish illegal structures. Do you understand? But the wickedness against Igbo in Lagos, you don't call it demolition. They have demolished the one that block road now. They are no longer demolishing. They are now practicing righteousness in Nigeria. You know, if you are an army or police, you have never killed somebody from the east, you are not righteous. You know, if you are a governor from the Lagos, even if you are a minister, Adesa demolished our shop. Adesa was a minister. Was a housing minister. He demolished our shop in Koka. He demolished our shop in Trinity, Delebakari Street. Right? He also demolished our shop in Koka, in Lagos. Major General Abdulkarim Adesa, 1996. 1996-97 was a housing minister. Do you understand? Because their focus is on Igbo. 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 In the north, Igbo. As far as you hate Igbo, you are righteous in Nigeria. As far as you support the intimidation of Igbo, anywhere, whether in Ibadan, whether in Osun, whether in anywhere, any part, as far as you are a Nigerian, if you support anything happening to Igbo, even if they cut off his head, if you support it, you are righteous. That is the best, the only righteousness in Nigeria. Immediately, Nigerian army bring allegation and say, we kill ITB, we do this. That is righteousness in Nigeria. Do you understand? No Nigerian citizen will see you now as their citizen. No, you are not citizen. You are Igbo. Igbo people are not citizens in Nigeria. The body language of Nigerian citizens is worse than their government. Nigerian citizens are the main sponsor of what is happening in Nigeria. They don't fight evil. They don't. They are the key of the evil in Nigeria. Nigerian citizen, if you see any Nigerian citizen crying, you do work to the person. Any Nigerian that have assessed since 2015, they have been killing IPOB, you love it. If I see complaint from your mouth, if I see you feel any bad, our God will punish you. You see wickedness, you know, it have mastered us. Where we are used to wickedness now, from 1967 till today. Our name is suffering, right? So, you know, you are not used to it. You didn't see war. No bombardment in your land. Yoruba people, Northerners, any bombardment, did they give your father 20 pounds? Did your children die? Any starvation in your land? No. So, do you see that we are used to suffering? You cannot carry it. And you don't have, how many of you have handwork? The people from the east, we don't care about the government. This is where all of you got it wrong. We don't expect food from government like you, Yoruba people and the Northerners. We don't expect any government help. Our people do their road, they consult their road with money, their money. We build school in our communities. We are the people that build markets in our lands. Even in your place, you are aware. So, you see that suffering you built up. You have no way, no hope, but we have hope. We are fighting for freedom. But as for now, let us see who will cry more than each other. We want to see who will cry. You know, you love evil. You don't have food. You don't have handwork. What do you have? As a Yoruba man or Northern, what do you have? One big man, one community, one rich man. Is that human being? Is that what you are going to use and survive? As a mother gave birth to 5 children in Biafra land. All of them have what they are doing individually. All of them manage their families individually. We are born in suffering. But you see this your own, you will suffer. If I see any Nigeria, you see this time around, we don't want any complaint. As far as Nigeria is concerned, it is favoring Nigerian citizens. It is favoring the North. It is favoring the Yoruba. We don't want to hear any complaint. Anybody that cannot condemn the illegal detention of Nnamdi, if you complain about Facebook, why are you removing people? We'll continue. Anybody from any Nigerian that ever complain about hardship or complain about bad government, you will continue to suffer. Okay, we build schools. In my village, we build schools. We don't care about government. Just to allow us to live. No way. You take everything, you still kill us, you still suffer, you destroy our properties, you sell land to us, you destroy it. As far as you wicked Biafrans, you are righteous. Now you understand They are reporting the program. That's what makes them Nigerians. If they see Igbo houses being demolished in Lagos, they will be clapping. If they hear that the court of Nnamdi did not sit, they will be clapping. You know, people that are very, very confused. And when they are doing this, they are not getting anything. What are they doing? They are energizing their government to suffer them. Because why are they reporting this program now? They should allow this program. My network is okay. Stop reporting the program. We are saying the truth. Facebook allowed this program. Don't you see the demolition in Lagos? Don't you see the killings of IPOB by Wike, transferring them to North? Anything that happened to us is righteousness. That is why they impose those ones on us. If you vote for somebody you like, they don't want it. They must impose somebody on you so that that person will be doing their bid. That's why they impose on Hannes the chairman for us. That's why whatever you do, if you vote your own, eventually the person is there. They will tackle that person. They will not allow that person to rest. Anybody that is against the people from the East is righteousness in Nigeria. If you're a Yoruba man, immediately you hate Igbo, you will go to heaven. If you love Igbo, it is evil. Remember the Igbo they use includes Ejo, includes Ezon, all of you, includes the BPU, everybody. But as far as you are a Northerner, if you speak good against Igbo, you are evil. You will not get. You are against righteousness. But anything against it as an evil, if Igbo man is decided by the court, and they are still reporting the program. They are still reporting. If somebody from the East is being discharged by any Nigerian court, they will be angry. Nigerian citizens will be angry. Do you know what will give them joy? Immediately they hear that the government disobey court order. If they hear that DSS disobey court order, you will see celebration among them. How can such people get justice? If you hear them asking, justice for Labour Party, you will think as if human beings are talking. Do you understand? They are not human beings. These are thieves. These are hypocrites. Somebody that supported disobedience to court order eventually needs justice in election. Now, who disobey court order that free Nnamdi, who is conducting election? So if you need justice, don't you know you will start earlier? Don't you know you will fight injustice earlier? So that at the end of the point, you will get justice. So you can eventually support injustice. Facebook, if you want to cut off the program, cut it. Stop the rubbish. If you support the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu, why must you complain about Tinubu? Are you mad? If you have been supporting the killings of IPOB family members, why are you against increasement of fuel price? Are you mad? Removal of sales subsidy. Are you fully? What they are doing to this program, I never see you. I've never done this kind of program before. Program they are attacking 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu will be accepted by Facebook, but condemning it is now rejected. Those that Nigerian government employed to be monitoring my live broadcast, keep reporting it while I keep saying the truth. I said this is a short program. Short program. But we must say the truth. We must say the truth. He who hates good will never get good.